So, I did this before, this video before. I'm just doing it again. I live in Florida, and for the last couple of weeks, I want to say, it's been really, really cold. As you can see, most of my stuff had died off, but that's no problem. They'll come back up in a few. I had to move my peacock bass. As you can see, one of my fish died, and they ate him. I gotta get him out of there. I had to move my peacock bass, my Mayan cichlids, a few fishes out of here into my garage, into a holding tank for the next 2 months, just to, have them not died. I lost 2 Mayan cichlids. I didn't lose any of the 5 peacock basses. My alligator guards have stayed in there. My koi stayed in there. My peach bass stayed in there. I had to go through great lengths to get that one peach bass. I bought it offline and I had to pay $60 just to get it shipped to me. A total of $100 for a 5-inch peach peacock bass, which is not pretty bad. I wanted it, so I had to get it. What else? I got a few stuff in there that can survive the cold. My largemouth bass, all 3 of them are doing pretty good in there. Alligator gars, as you can see, the alligator gars, the baby, the smallest one is right there. The bigger one is underneath here somewhere, and he's probably underneath there. My largemouth bass is Oscars. I did move 2 of them out and left 2 in here, just to, I know they should be able to handle the cold, but I moved 2 of them out, the breeding 2. And what I did was, I did this before last year, and and I'm going to continue doing it again. I'm going to try a different method next time. I am going to buy a spa heater. It's about $150, $160. My tilapias, they're doing really good. I ain't lose none of those guys yet. My spa, I'm going to, back to what I was saying, I'm going to buy a spa heater. It's kind of cold. It's like 40 degrees today. I'm gonna buy a spa heater and run it on the half right there, which is not on right now, but I'm gonna run it on the half, put it take that pipe out here somewhere and put it on like right there, and then just let it flow into the thing, the spa heater. And then I got to be here for a weekend to see how, what's the degree as it comes up, how quick it warms this water up, and all this. This should happen in about 2 weeks, so I keep y'all update. But for right now, this is what I got. I can't pull it out because I got rocks sitting on it, so it stands up straight. And it is basically a 5-gallon bucket heater. I have plugged in for the last 2 nights. The water is comfortably warm. The water is probably about, I won't say at 80, but it is pretty damn nice. It is probably about, I want to say, a good 68. My thermometer broke, so I can't really tell, but it's a good 68. And I left it on for 2 nights. It's plugged in, which I gotta do some stuff differently, but it's plugged in. The water is pretty comfortably. I still have a Mayan cichlid in there, and they don't do good with the cold at all. A few years ago I lost a couple of them because I didn't know that, which I should have known, but my bad. And you know, this thing here is just a bucket, 5-gallon bucket heater. I put some holes in the bucket, all around the bucket, you know, all around the bucket. Put it on a cinder block, put it in, put some bricks, broken up bricks inside it to hold the 5-gallon bucket, to hold the heater up off the bucket, and you know, not touching the bucket, which you wouldn't do anything to the bucket. And I left it on 2 nights now. And I mean, this water is pretty damn nice. And like I said, today it's about 40. In about 3 days when it's Christmas, it should drop to, I want to say, about 30 something. So this right now, here's one of my largemouth. That's a smaller one. It should keep, you know, there's another one right there. It should keep this water, and again, this water is pretty damn great. I gotta change the filter socks on it. And there is the gar, second biggest one. The male, female is somewhere around here. She's probably hiding around here. But yeah, again, like I said, it's been doing pretty good job of heating my above ground pool turned into a pond, which I've, you know, had up for the last like 5 years. And this thing, my cichlid, right there, you know, it's been doing great so far. I did it last year, I'm doing it again this year, and I'm just gonna try a different method with the spa heater, which should warm this water up pretty damn fast than this 5-gallon bucket heater. This 5-gallon bucket heater works. It raised my light bill, I want to say last year, it raised my light bill about $30 a month to, you know, for the 3 months. Ooh, it's cold. To you know, to heat this thing, but to keep all these fishes happy and, you know, doing great. $30 is nothing. I don't know if you can see that bad boy right there. He ran away. But yeah, this is doing pretty damn good. You know, I mean, the water is comfortably warm. I'm actually thinking about waiting until, you know, tomorrow, come back. I'm gonna get a thermometer tomorrow from Walmart, Lowe's, or one of them places, and you know, check the temperature in this and see what's the actual temperature on it, and take it from there. You know, like again, 2 days. 2 days? No, yesterday when I came in, it had a heavy downpour and it got shut off. So I want to say a full day this has been on. A full day it's been on, and yeah, it's doing pretty good. 5-gallon bucket heater. I think this is 1,000 gallon. So 5-gallon bucket heater, a full day, and the water is comfortably nice. I mean, has to be about 60 something, 68, 70, you know, but it is really nice and it's beautiful for the fish because, you know, they're loving it. I didn't get that Mayan cichlid. It's right there. That little black dot. I don't know if you can see him. Right there. But he's doing pretty good. And Mayan cichlid doesn't do good in cold water at all. So what I'm going to do is, in the summer, I'm going to fill this pond back up. It's probably going to get moved from here back a little further down to the water. You know, back a little further down to the water. And where I can, do the water thing. I want to address, two questions I had on my last video of this pond. One of them was, why did I have this, the wood around the whole pond? It's just basically to keep the cold off. When the wind blows, just to keep the cold off the whole thing. And this 4-pole here is just to keep the mesh on. It keeps a lot of the sunlight out, but let a lot of the sunlight in. And by keeping a lot of the sunlight out, my water doesn't go super green, in a couple of days. So it doesn't go super green in a couple of days, but it keeps my water pretty nice, keep the sunlight kind of off of it. And this is for the mesh here, because I lost a lot of fish. A lot of y'all know I lost a lot of fish jumping out of here. Peacock bass, Mayan cichlids, alligator gar, a lot of fish, just put it that way. I lost a lot of fish, just kept jumping out. So once I put this on there's no way for them to go. This thing here is locked onto some nails, where once they jump and hit this thing, there's nowhere to go. They're just going right back in the water. They're gonna hit and go right back in the water. That side, so far, I haven't lost anything on that side. It's just in the front and on the side they were jumping from. That's both questions. Why this? And when I move it here, I'm gonna move it down to the corner by the lake, which the lake is the receiving pond, I should say, is where I get my water from. When I ever do water change on this thing, I just basically pump it from the lake. It doesn't get filtered. A lot of people keep saying I might get a lot of stuff from it, but I have been doing this for a better part of 5 years. I pump it from the lake. I used to have that small return there. It used to be a bigger one. I mean, a big one. One of these right there used to open up to a pipe where I turn on, put the hose on it, and run it back to, put the hose on it, everything on it, and run it back to the lake. So I leave that for about 2 days, wet the pipes off the pump, and the pump is just in there, turned sideways to move the water around, and within 2 days the water is clear, crystal clear, coming back out the lake. I think the fishes in that pond, in that receiving pond, likes it, because whenever it does that, there's a lot of gathering at the mouth, a lot of gathering, especially when I feed, and it goes down the drain and goes down there. And that's where I have done it. From the first time I turned that pond on, I have used that water. From the first time, I actually used to use that water for my fishes in my garage. My setup in my garage. If you see my setup in my garage, it's crazy. My setup in my garage, and I used to just pump it right out there, run the PVC pipe all the way to the side of the house and into the garage, and did all of the freshwater tanks that way. Which I've not lost one fish doing that. Not one fish. I've never filtered it. I've never did anything to it. Never put any chemical in there, and it had worked. It has, knock on wood, it has worked pretty great for me so far, and I will continue doing this. But yeah, this 5-gallon bucket heater is doing an amazing job. An amazing job. I will keep y'all updated once I get a thermometer to check the temperature of this water and tell you what it is right now. But for right now, this water is comfortably Gotta be like at least a 68. You know, I don't want to get anywhere over 75. So I'm gonna keep a very good eye on it. I'm getting one of them floating pool thermometer and keep it in there. I might just get a digital one. I should have a few in the garage, and I'm just gonna drop it in there and see what it is. It should tell me instant. And yeah, 5-gallon bucket heater with some holes in the bucket. 24 hours, and it's heating my 1,000-gallon pond.